Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their man under center. That's going to be the young quarterback from Southern Miss, Nick Mullins.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On the double.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 16 first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete here.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Completes it to Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 11 carries, 93 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of Ball left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play.
You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 30. Three yards.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
60 outlaw.
2nd and 1. On the screen, this is Coleman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here, as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event...
And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes this 26-year-old ball carrier. Mullins now, 7 of 10 here in this. First half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Coleman. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 30 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are... And Freeman lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Set. 15, run. 15, run. Let's go, D. Hey, look, 3.
On play action, they'll throw. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look. Devontae Freeman now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Ryan to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They toss to Freeman. Oh, good move. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard. He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark. Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
3 down. Fight.
They'll look to throw. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 43 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Falcons grab it. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say. That this could be huge, forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Falcons 24, 49ers 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again?
At the 26-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but now it'll be third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. They'll
try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they'll They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right there. 54, right there. 11. Go, go, go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd down.
We go. 50, plant. 25, check 25, check 25. Check go.
Now back to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded inside the 5. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it fourth down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Gets this one left side to Pettis.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do. And I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send beyond that only 1 yard is going to be the result. If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Good time to shine. Looking in, and he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, D.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Oh, here we go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Ready, go. 45. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Head logo.
I got one.
Shoot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Check. 45 to Mike. You gonna see me in your night.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.